Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about your website, but probably not in the way you're used to. We're looking way beyond the classic rules of SEO and diving into a whole new way of thinking about your digital strategy. Honestly, this stuff could really define who wins and who loses over the next decade. So let's get into what that future actually looks like.
I want to kick things off with a question that, might sting a little. Is your website obsolete? I mean, are you still treating it like a fancy digital brochure? A static page that just says, hey, this is who we are? Because if you are, you might already be falling behind. The entire purpose of a website is fundamentally changing, like right now as we speak. And this quote, this gets right to the heart of that change. Your website isn't what it was. It's a knowledge base. It's not a storefront anymore. Think of it more like a library or a university, a massive, organized database of all your expertise. The goal is to become the #1 source of truth for your entire field. So, how do we do that? Well, it all starts with understanding the customer's journey, right from that first curious question. So, let's start at the very top of that journey, that funnel. This is where we meet the curious people, the explorers. These are folks who have questions, not their credit cards out. They're just trying to figure something out, to learn something. And to reach them, we need a totally new tool. It's called AEO, and it stands for Answer Engine Optimization. Now, this isn't about ranking for keywords that lead to a sale. Nope. This is about ranking for questions that lead to understanding. It's about providing the absolute best, most helpful answers on the internet. And here's the key thing to remember. AEO is for people who are nowhere near making a purchase. By answering their questions up front with no strings attached, you start to build this incredible foundation of trust. You become their go-to guide for the rest of their journey. It's a long game. Okay, so let's jump to the complete opposite end of the funnel. This is where things get a bit more familiar. Down here at the bottom, we find a totally different kind of person, the buyer. They've done the research, they know what they want, and they are actively trying to make a purchase. And this, of course, is the domain of traditional SEO, or search engine optimization. This is the practice we're all pretty familiar with, right? Optimizing our pages to pop up when someone is literally searching for a product or service just like ours. The job of SEO is laser-focused. It's all about targeting people who are clearly signaling they're ready to buy. Think about the search terms. SEO is for why do my knees hurt when I run? SEO is for buy running shoes online. See the difference? SEO is built to capture that transaction. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got AEO for the explorer. It's all about answering questions and building that early trust. On the other side, you've got SEO for the buyer, designed to close the deal. The thing is, you need both. They just serve two completely different and totally vital purposes. Okay, so we've got AEO for the top of the funnel, SEO for the bottom. But what's powering both of them? What's the engine running under the hood? This is the foundation. This is the core of the entire strategy, and it's the real game changer. It's called DEO, Digital Entity Optimization. I want you to think of your digital entity as the complete, perfect digital twin of your entire business. So DEO is the process of organizing all of your company's knowledge, all its data, into one single, structured, easily accessible source of truth. The whole point of DEO is to be ready. It means your entire business, all its expertise, its product info, its data, is structured in a way that it can be served up instantly to any customer, any search engine, or any AI assistant at the exact moment they need it. It's about being ready to sell always. So what exactly is this digital entity? Well, it's everything. It's all your product data, all your years of expert knowledge, your customer service history, your how-to guides, the whole shebang. DEO is about organizing this huge pile of assets into a coherent, machine-readable system, often using things like structured data, so that computers can understand it perfectly. And when you get DEO right, man, something amazing starts to happen. You don't just have a website that's optimized, you're actually positioning your entire brand for the future. You are, in effect, turning your business into an API, an application programming interface that the rest of the digital world can just plug into. Because in this new digital landscape, the winner isn't just the person who ranks highest. The winner is whoever becomes the best, most reliable source of truth on a subject. When people and the AI assistants they use have a question, they're going to go to the most authoritative source. Your goal is for that source to be you. So what does this future actually sound like? Well, imagine you ask your smart assistant, Hey, what's the best running shoe for rocky trails? The answer it gives you might end with something like this. This data being brought to you by Tigard Shoes.
And that's the whole ball game. Tigart Shees isn't just selling you a product in that moment. Their organized knowledge base, their DEO, is so good that it literally becomes the direct source of the answer. Their brand is the information. They've moved beyond being in the search results. They've become the result itself.
So let's just recap these 3 levels real quick. First, at the top, you use AEO to attract all those curious explorers by just being helpful and answering their questions. Second, at the bottom, you use SEO to convert the active buyers who are ready to go. And third, all of it is built on that rock-solid foundation of DEO, the total organized knowledge of your entire business. Which brings us right back to that first question we asked, but maybe with a little more perspective now. Is your website just a digital brochure, kind of sitting there hoping someone finds it? Or are you actively building it into a true knowledge base, an API for your entire business, ready to answer any question and serve any customer, anywhere, at any time? Honestly, the choice you make there is going to determine your future.